This is a video blog. I'm not sure why I'm recording it. I think it might be for me more than it is for any of you. I hope it touches somebody. Maybe a young person, maybe a teenager, maybe somebody alone in those last few minutes of their life. I got a life that is amazing. About 6 years ago, I sold everything I had and put a down payment on a piece of land. I bought a tent, a month's supply of food, and made a camper out of a trailer. Spent 4 days traveling across the country. My Jeep wouldn't go over 45 miles an hour. Crazy, huh? But it was paradise. I got here in Arkansas with a dollar bill in my pocket, a month's supply of food in a tent, and a gun. That's it. 6 years later, I got an associate's degree, 2 properties, 2 house trailers, 68 Mustang, the truck of my dreams. My wife's got a 2008 Kia Rio that's paid for. I got a motorcycle that I could have never dreamt of having. I got 9 goats. So we've got 8 now. Ellie Mae passed away. We've got rabbits, ducks, chickens, little dogs. My life is amazing. I've had so many dreams come true. I'm sitting here looking at a wood-burning stove. We lit it for the first time tonight in the house. This is a dream come true. There's so much. So many amazing things. I mean, I'm a writer. I'll probably never be published, but I've got 6,000 to 7,000 blog hits a month. People read my stuff. I don't care about money. When people read my stuff, it may not be 6,000 to 7,000, whatever. You know, new people or whatever. That doesn't matter. People want to read my stuff. Not that they care about me. There's just some kind of interest there. That's cool. I think the reason I'm saying this is I've got an amazing life, and yet all I can think about doing at night is dying. It's not a cry for help. It's not a cry for sympathy, because I don't really give a shit what you think. It's just life for me. I suffer from severe depression and bipolar disorder. Those are just words. That's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I take medication to try to make it better, but it never does. It never will. I don't know why. It just doesn't. It's always there. Back in 1997, I had a girlfriend who died of breast cancer. She died right next to me, laying right next to me. I used that as an excuse to overdose. I took more pills than the doctor had ever seen anyone take and live. At least that's what he said. Everything shut down. Every organ in my body shut down. I was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. And let me tell you, when you're in a coma, the It's not what the doctors think. I don't care what they say. I had a 30-year hallucination. I watched an embryo in a picture frame grow into an adult and come out of that picture frame and live a life. 30 years of hell, severe torture inside that dream that I had. So you can have a doctor tell you that there's no brain activity. They can tell you whatever they want if they haven't been, they don't know. But none of that matters. I'm recording this in hopes that maybe one person, maybe a young person, maybe a teenager, or maybe, like I said, maybe one person sitting alone in a chair in a house that never has any visitors. We'll see it on the internet. Maybe one of you that knows of one person that's sitting alone in a house all by themselves will see this and drop by with a sub and a soda and talk to them. Maybe that one thing will get them through another day. And with people like me, all we can really hope for is another day. Because that's what it is. Every day is another day, another day, another day. That's what we're trying for. Because to look at 10 years down the road, well, that doesn't exist. Planning for the future doesn't exist. People like me will never have good credit enough to buy a house. I mean, we got this stuff on that contract. That's great. That's wonderful. But when it comes down to real financial stability, it'll never happen. It just won't. We are the little people. We are the nobodies. The people that will never be anything more than trash. But it's okay. I mean, I like my life. I don't mind being trash. I like it. But there's a lot of people out there that are alone. They don't have anything. A lot of people in the old folks' homes never get any visitors. Kids who struggle every day just to get to school without getting beat up. And when they get home, they get beat up. The people like me that maybe didn't get beat up when they were kids, but they watched their mom get beat up every day. They had to stay up all night long just to be safe. You know, I'm not asking for sympathy. I don't want it. But there are a lot of people out there like that. Maybe one of you can see that. One of you will see the struggle. You'll look into the eyes of that child. You'll look in the eyes of the old person, the elderly person, and you'll give them an hour. Maybe not. Maybe this video is as futile as my life. I got a special message to the women. You may think that just because a man only hits you when he doesn't hit your kids, that it's not hurting them. And I'm going to tell you something. I lived it day after day after day, waiting from the time I got home from school, when I did go to school, till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, all alone by myself, cold and alone, waiting and knowing that when they did come home, he was going to hit her. You don't know what you're doing to your kids. It's not about you. It's not about you. Fuck you. Okay? It's about your kids. Those little people that you're supposed to be responsible for. Those little people that you're supposed to be taking care of. It's not about someone that's going to wrap their arms around you at night to keep you safe and warm. It's you doing whatever it takes to keep those little people safe and warm. It don't matter if you got a man beside you. It don't matter if you got someone to hold you at night. It's the little people. You don't matter once you have kids. They do. And I'm pretty much done talking. But I want to say, I put myself in the category of being an adult child of domestic violence. I write a blog, thedoogie-man.com, www.thedoogie-man.com. Some of this stuff's going to sound ridiculous, some of it's going to sound crazy, some of it is just out there, some of it's pathetic, whatever. But I want you, if you'll read it, to look at it and think about what developed the mind behind it. It's not about publicity. It's about what caused a human being's mind to go in that direction. And any of you women thinking you're more important than your children and that man's arms around you that hits you, but not all the time, not all the time, no, he won't do it again. Yeah, that's what I want you to think about when you read it. You are creating me. And I'm going to tell you something, it's not. It's not a healthy life. It's not a healthy life. I've got a good life that most people would be happy with. Yet there's a darkness. It comes about 6 o'clock at night when the darkness comes outside, and it goes till about 3 o'clock in the morning, after they're home from the bar and after the fights are over, and you can finally go to bed, lock your door, and your bedroom will be safe from about 6 to 3. That's the hard time. That's the scary time. That's the alcohol time. Or whatever the drug of your choice might happen to be. But I'm done talking now. Take it for what it's worth.